The Math 107, Lesson 17, preview exercises. We're going to start by finding the domain of each function. Remember that a domain is a set of numbers. It's a set of all possible inputs for a function. And we're going to use either set notation or set builder notation to describe the domain. So either interval or set builder, doesn't matter. All right, so my first one, I've got a graph f of x. 3x plus 2 over x squared minus 2x minus 3. And it's a rational function. It's a fraction, which means I have to make sure that the denominator is not 0. So I'm going to solve where it is 0 so that I can make sure to exclude that from the domain. So that factors to x minus 3, x plus 1. So x equals 3 and negative 1 are the spots in the that I need to exclude from the domain. So I would describe this domain as the set of all x's such that x does not equal 3 or negative 1. And you might notice that in the graph of this function f, we have what's called a vertical asymptote at 3 and another vertical asymptote at negative 1. All right, so for b, this function g is a square root function. The type of inputs that you can put into a square root are positive numbers and 0. So that whatever's under the square root needs to be either 0 or bigger than 0. So I'm going to set 3x plus 12 greater than or equal to 0, because that's what's under the square root. I have to make sure that it's bigger than or equal to 0. Solve for x. 3x bigger than or equal to 12, so x has to be bigger than or equal to 4. In interval notation, that would be 4 comma infinity, including the 4. And you'll notice that the graph of g starts, oh, sorry, that's negative 12, negative 4. The graph of g starts at negative 4.